Hi there and welcome to the Uke Stuff channel. I have a very small unboxing here today, and I probably will not do a demo of this because it's going to have to charge, but I just wanted to cover the unboxing. One of the companies I like to follow is Hricane. I've been really pleasantly surprised by the products they're making at a very, very affordable cost, and they recently came out with wireless guitar transmitter and receiver. And I do already have a set of these. Actually, my other ones I think are Moon or something like that. So I'll be able to compare them. I've also used the X-Vive products that came out a few years ago at my previous teaching position. They're wonderful. Now, I will mention that my wireless transmitters do not work well with my Enya Nova Trans Acoustic, or actually they're calling Acoustic Plus now, nor does it work well with my Lava U, and I have not tried it with my Soundwave from Flight either. I do fear that some of those electronic effects things may have some interference, but we'll see. We'll try it out and see what happens down the road with all three of those instruments. But let me just show you what you get. It did come in a package from Amazon. I just opened the package. I haven't opened the box yet. So it just comes in a simple box, and it comes with a little guide. It tells you one is the transmitter, one's the receiver. And I believe there are some instructions both in English and Chinese and so forth. I cannot read that right now because I need to be wearing my glasses, which I don't wear because of the glare of the lights. So, there's the transmitter. I can read that. There's the transmitter. It comes with a USB cable to charge. It's going to be probably a Y USB charger, so you can charge two at once. And then you get the receiver. Now, the thing I really like about this is that they're shaped sort of like a guitar or an ukulele. Not crazy about the print that's on them because I've seen the pictures already, but I would have actually made it look more like an ukulele or a guitar with a sound hole and everything. That's probably what I would have done, but it is pretty cool. You've got some button selectors there, and this one, it says it is the transmitter, and then this one here says it is the receiver. I'll get it open here in a second. So there's your receiver. They look very similar. And then here is your USB box, and I'll just show you what that cable looks like. Now, before I can do a full review of this is going to need to charge for a little while, but as you can see, it's got one USB on the one side, and then the adapters look to be, I think they're micro USB. You get two in one, so you can charge them both at the same time from the same power outlet, which is a nice feature. So this review will be coming up soon. Personally, when I play with the local ukulele club, which for me is the Twin Cities Ukulele Club, I generally bring my bass ukulele along because very few people will bring a bass. So, in fact, I'll often bring a double neck ukulele and then my bass, so I have lots of different options to play. But considering that the bass has to be amplified, these have been really wonderful to not have to worry about a cord or a cable. I can just plug it in and it will last the entire time. So these are very functional if you do any sort of wireless playing, especially if you have a passive pickup, or even if you have an active pickup that isn't one with extra electronics, such as the sound effects that you get with like the Flight Soundwave or whatever. Give these a shot, and I'll be also trying these with those instruments as well. So I'll just get my really small practice amp out and let you hear that it works and let you hear if there's feedback on certain things, and that's what we'll do with that. All right, I wanted to just show you a little bit about these. They've been charging overnight. This is the transmitter here, and the receiver is plugged into my small amp. I don't have really much in terms of amps. I play ukulele and only rarely do I amplify. But I do have a few instruments that are either electric or that do have electroacoustic setups. So that's kind of fun to try with. So on the transmitter, also ironically on the receiver, you have a USB port, an on and off switch, and then a pair switch, which I didn't even have to hit. It just automatically paired for me. And on the back side, you have treble and bass controls, as well as reverb and sort of an echo. I've been messing around with it, and I'm not sure if I'm getting a pure sound or not. There's a part of me that just wishes that it was just an amplifier without the other effects, because I just would like to be dealing with the sound itself. And on my ukuleles, with the special effects packages, then I could control that from there, or I could buy pedals. I understand it's an all-in-one solution, but I just wish there was an easier option, because pressing and holding the buttons and not knowing are things on or are things off, and I'll show you what that's like in just a moment. So I'm going to start with my Flight Spirit concert. So let me put down the amplifier here, make sure that the power is on. And again, you're not going to get great sound from that amplifier, especially through the recording. But here is my beautiful Flight Spirit concert. I'm going to plug this in all the way. You can see how it sort of sticks out. So that's something to be a little concerned about. I can see that you could accidentally hit it. A lot of these do have a bend in them that, or do bend, that will allow you to, kind of get it out of your way a little bit. This one could potentially be in your way. So I'm just going to turn on the power. And when it turns blue, it's connected. And it's also now a different blue on the receiver. It was green, now it's blue. So if I play something here, you can hear that. Now I know if I hold down the effects buttons, they'll turn on and off and toggle and so forth. I'm not sure about the treble and bass. Let's find out. All right, should be just pure sound now. Now this Flight Spirit has a passive pickup. It's a very effective passive pickup that sends a lot of signal out even without any sort of preamp at all. It's pretty amazing, but you can hear it comes right through the instrument to the amplifier. All right, and you can hear my not always so clear playing. Yeah, so that's working really well, the Spirit. Let's try it with something else. I'm going to turn off the power. Okay, craziness. K-Mies double neck tenor ukulele. I'm going to plug it in, turn it on, and it is set right now to amplify the 4-string. And that is really loud. Let me turn the volume on this one. This one does have volume control. And I can switch over to the 8th string. Well, it's a little bit of a pop there. So working perfectly well with an active pickup as well. Okay, let me turn off the power here and let's try something else. Now here's probably the most interesting to me of the bunch. This is my Flight Diana Soundwave. It has the Soundwave controls on it, and I'm going to plug it in. There we go. Turn it on, and see what happens. The Soundwave tells immediately that it's plugged in, and it is really hot. So let me turn down the volume. Now, unfortunately, one of the things I'm noticing right away with my flight here is there is a sort of distortion that's coming with the signal processing inside of the controls. That is something that happened also with my Enya Nova and the wireless transmitter that I've also had in the past, and I think it's going to happen with the Lava U. We're going to check it out. You sort of get a hiss. Right now I have all the effects down, and it's still there, sort of a, it's like a hiss, but it's not a hiss. I'm turning up all the effects to crazy levels. And that doesn't happen when it's wired. So no fault of its own. I think there's some natural problems with a wireless transmitter and one of these on-unit sort of effect systems. But let me prove that to you. Let me pull out my Enya Nova Acoustic Plus, and I'll show you that. Okay, Enya Nova Acoustic Plus. Plugged it in. Now, and listen to that. Instantaneously massive feedback. So cannot use the Acoustic Plus, unfortunately, with this transmitter. The flight, there's a slight hiss that you hear with the Soundwave, not like this. Yeah, so that's not going to work, unfortunately. So again, I think there's something either to be said for the companies making these to shield them better, or for somebody to come up with one of these that isn't affected by that. I'm not sure which way that needs to go. There's one more instrument to check out with this same sort of technology. Let's check out the Lava U. All right, here's that space age Lava U. Plugging it in, and it turns on automatically. You can see perhaps a little green light there. It says that it's on. And I'll turn on the system now. Okay, so far so good, not hearing any sound. Yeah, I'm getting the same thing as with the flight. There's sort of a hiss on it. Now I'm going to see if I can turn down the delay here. Alright, so I've got the effects turned off, and I'm getting the same exact thing that I got from the flight Soundwave. It's not horrible, but there's definitely sort of like a sound behind it while the sound goes, and then as the sound decays, it just sort of disappears. So let's summarize what I've learned here. First and foremost is that you have quite a bit of functionality with this little pickup system that is not very expensive. You do have the choice of putting in some digital reverb and some digital echo if you want. A little tricky to control. You can also adjust bass and treble, which I didn't mess around with too much. It's rechargeable. It will, I'm not sure how long it'll last, but I'm expecting sort of a few hours with this, with each one. And it pairs smoothly and works really well with the passive pickups and with the active pickups. I'm not so impressed with this system, just like the other wireless system that I own, with the systems that have their own effects. It's really bad on the Enya Nova. It's not great either on the Flight Soundwave or on the Lava U. And that's not to say that there's any problem with any three of those instruments in and of themselves. But what I'm finding out is if I want to amplify those instruments, I need to use a good old-fashioned plug, and then everything is just fine. So with those sorts of systems, either they're going to have to find a way to shield them better so that you don't get that, or somebody's going to have to come out with a set of transmitter and receiver that isn't affected by that technology. I'm not sure which way that has to go. So would I recommend these? Absolutely. There are simpler ones, and there are simpler ones that cost far, far more. So it's going to be a great way to amplify a standard passive pickup or a standard active pickup, ukulele, guitar, bass, you name it. All right, thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll be back soon with some more uke stuff for you.